Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. I'm a Man United target who played under Ruud Van Nistelrooy. He was brilliant for me. Ruud Van Nistelrooy has received a glowing review from a Red Devils target. Ruud Van Nistelrooy once received a glowing review from a player who was linked with a move to Manchester United last summer. The Dutchman has taken charge of the Red Devils on an interim basis until Ruben Amorim arrives at Old Trafford later this month. Van Nistelrooy won his first game in the dugout, with United cruising to an emphatic win over Leicester City in the Carabao Cup. A brace from Casemiro as well as goals from Alejandro Garnacho and Bruno Fernandes secured a 5-2 victory on home soil. The former United striker already has experience in management, having been in charge of PSV Eindhoven for the 2022-23 campaign. He led them to a second-placed league finish and won 2 trophies, the KNVB Cup and the Johan Cruyff Shield. One of the players Van Nistelrooy managed was Everton defender Jarrad Branthwaite, who was heavily linked with United during the summer window. A move never materialised, but the Red Devils have been tipped to reignite their interest in the future. Branthwaite was full of praise for Van Nistelrooy when quizzed on his style of management last year, revealing that he offered plenty of helpful tips when it came to defending. "He was brilliant for me," said Branthwaite. "He would advise me on my defensive body positioning and the significance of being side-on, ensuring I'm always prepared to retreat or press forward. He warned that without the correct body shape, you'll be caught out because the Premier League is much quicker. If they play it behind you and you're not side-on, the striker will already be away." Branthwaite was used sparingly during the first half of his loan spell, but Van Nistelrooy pledged to increase his involvement in the second half of the campaign. It was a promise he kept, with the Everton defender becoming a regular at the back. "He sat me down for half an hour and said I was going to play every game in the second half of the season," recalled Branthwaite. "At the time, I was like, you can say that, but how am I meant to believe you? We were on a winter break, I was on holiday, and he kept ringing me every day, saying, 'Trust me, you are going to play.' I sat down with my mum, dad and my agent and said, he wouldn't go to all this effort if he wasn't going to play me." Ruben Amorim's first words after being appointed as new Manchester United head coach. Man United have officially appointed Ruben Amorim as their new head coach. Ruben Amorim has admitted it was far from a usual week following his appointment as Manchester United's new head coach. United sacked Erik ten Hag on Monday morning and quickly identified Sporting Lisbon chief Amorim as their top target to replace the Dutchman at Old Trafford. The 39-year-old, who spent north of 4.5 years in charge in the Portuguese capital, has signed a contract at Old Trafford until June 2027, with a club option of an additional year. Regarded as one of Europe's brightest and most coveted coaches, Amorim won 5 major trophies during his time at Sporting, including 2 league titles. He was also twice named Primeira Liga Manager of the season. Amorim will officially start work at United on November 11th and will take charge for the first time when the Reds face Ipswich Town at Portman Road on November 24th. In his first press conference since becoming United boss, Amorim admitted, "It was a very unusual week. I understand the anger of some fans and the disappointment. But that's life. I was moved by the ovation and that's how it is. I'm very grateful to the fans and to everything here. People think I wanted to leave straight away, after the final whistle. I only go to thank the fans when we are losing. In the next home game, whether we win or lose by 15-0, I'll be there to see what the fans want to give me. I understand their anger, but we move on and time heals everything. It was the best period of my life." On the United job specifically, Amorim added, "At the start of the season, and the president is here to confirm it, I had a conversation with him and Hugo Viana and said that regardless of what happened, it would be my last season with Sporting. United became interested, paid the release clause and the president defended the club's interests. I never discussed anything with the president, but my only request was that I wanted to leave at the end of the season. That wasn't possible, it was now or never. I had 3 days to decide on something that changes my life. It's not the first time I've had my release clause triggered by another club and not the second. I wanted that club and that context, just like when I joined Sporting. It's difficult for me to leave. I didn't say anything earlier because I couldn't. Decisions are like this." Victor Gyökeres breaks silence on Manchester United transfer rumours after 4-goal display. Victor Gyökeres is quickly becoming the most wanted man in Europe due to his goals this season. The Swedish forward continued his incredible season for Sporting, scoring 4 times in the 5-1 win over Estrela da Amadora, to make it 20 goals in just 16 games. It was an emotional evening at Sporting's José Alvalade Stadium because it began their farewell to manager Ruben Amorim, who is set to start work as head coach at United on November 11 following Friday's official announcement. Gyökeres, who has also been linked with Arsenal, completed a first-half hat-trick before making it 4-0 after the break. His performances this season will only draw links to United following Amorim's departure. Going with Amorim to Manchester United. I don't know, Gyökeres said when asked about a transfer in his post-match interview, as per the Metro. I'm here. As you can see, I enjoy it at Sporting. It's nothing I really think about. I'm sad about him, Amorim, leaving. We wish him all the best. It says a lot when players admit to being sad about a manager leaving, but nobody can blame Amorim. Gyökeres would hopefully make the same decision if United decide to launch a formal pursuit in the winter or summer, although the new United head coach has ruled out any moves in January for his Sporting players. Arsenal legend Paul Merson has reacted to reports linking United with Gyökeres, admitting the suggestion does his head in. Now they're talking of bringing Victor Gyökeres in. This is what does my head in, honestly, Merson wrote in his column for Sportskida. He was playing for Coventry a while ago and no one wanted him. Now he goes to a lesser league, does well, and suddenly you have to pay £40 minus 50 million extra for him. Imagine if he was still at Coventry and United wanted him. Everybody will be losing their minds. The first Sporting player Man United want to sign for Amorim has been revealed. Manchester United are keen to raid Sporting CP in the wake of announcing Ruben Amorim as their new coach, it has been reported, as they look to turn around the disastrous start to the Premier League season. Amorim appointed Ten Hag's successor. Less than a week after the announcement of Erik Ten Hag leaving Manchester United, the Red Devils confirmed that Ruben Amorim would step into the vacancy in the Old Trafford technical area. Manchester United is delighted to announce the appointment of Ruben Amorim as head coach of the men's first team, subject to work visa requirements, the Red Devils announced. He will join until June 2027 with a club option of an additional year, once he has fulfilled his obligations to his current club. He will join Manchester United on Monday the 11th of November. Ten Hag was well backed in the transfer window by the Manchester United hierarchy, bringing in several of his former Ajax players to the club during his 2-year tenure, including Noussair Mazraoui and Matthijs de Ligt in the most recent transfer window, as well as the infamous arrival of Antony in a deal worth £86 million. It is expected that Amorim will be afforded the same luxury, and that could see him return to Sporting to land fresh talent, with his 3-4-2-1 system not one that United's current squad appear well suited to as things stand. Now, a surprise name has been put forward as his potential first signing. Report claims Sporting forward on Amorim's radar. That comes as reports in Spain claim that Amorim is considering an attempt to bring former Wolves and Barcelona forward Francisco Trincao to Old Trafford in the upcoming transfer window. Though United would likely be keen to poach some of Sporting's top talent, heavy spending in recent seasons means that money is tight at Old Trafford, meaning that the likes of Goncalo Inacio, Pedro Goncalves and Marcus Edwards could all be off the table. However, Trincao represents an excellent opportunity, with the Portuguese forward reportedly available for just €15 million, £12.6 million. Still just 24 years old, Trincao has already tasted Premier League action during a loan spell at Wolves, where he found the net 3 times in 30 appearances, though those outings were largely as a substitute. However, it was under Amorim during the pair's stint together at Braga that Trincao hit the headlines, enjoying a campaign that persuaded Barcelona to shell out £26 million.